Kauna-unahang korona ng Negros Occidental sa Miss World Philippines. Handa na nga bang makipagsabayan? At kauna-unahang Women's National Football Team na kampiyon. Game na makipagbakbakan para mag-uwi ng karangalan mula sa buong mundo. Back-to-back ganda at husay ng mga Pinay. Ating babantayan dahil ladies first.
Our Miss World Philippines 2022 is 25, Gwendolyn Porniol.
Si Gwen ang kauna-unahang beauty queen na nanalo sa Miss World Philippines na mula sa bayan ng Kabangkalan, Negros Occidental. First choice din ni Gwen ang Miss World crown, kaya kahit natalo sa unang pagsali, sumubok ulit. At ayan na, winner na siya! And Miss World Philippines is in the house! Congratulations! Miss Gwen Porniol from Negros Occidental. Wow! So, how does it feel?
I'm actually feeling ecstatic. I never expected that on the biggest night of my life, I would win the Miss World Philippines crown.
Are your Negrense kababayans proud of you because ikaw ang una na taga Negros Occidental na nanalo?
I'm really lucky and grateful to be representing yung mga Negrense kasi syempre my mom is from Kabangkalan, Negros Occidental, and being the first ever winner of Miss World Philippines is a dream come true.
Before you got there, ang hirap din, di ba?
Yes, super hirap.
Ipinanganak at lumaki sa bansang
France.
French ang kanyang tatay at tubong Kabangkalan, Negros Occidental naman ang kanyang Pinay OFW na nanay. Isang kahig, isang tuka ang pamilya ng nanay ni Gwen na si Sim. Walang kakayahan dati na magkaroon ng mataas na pinag-aralan. Pero tinulungan siya ng Erda Foundation. Nakatapos siya ng kursong psychology sa Philippine Women's University. Hanggang sa nakarating siya at nakapagtrabaho sa bansang Luxembourg. Dito na niya nakilala at napangasawa si Thierry, isang French national. At si Gwen ang naging bunga ng kanilang pagmamahalan.
So it's a foundation, it's my advocacy that empowers children through education. And it was founded by Father Pierre Tritz, who also like me was a French person. He dedicated his life to the Philippines and he really had a vision to empower and to make sure that all Filipinos are educated because that's what he believed in.
So really, this is about education?
Yes, and it's actually my mother's advocacy. They saved her from poverty and they stopped the cycle of poverty in her life. Kaya she was his assistant and she would always collect funds from benefactors around the world.
And you continue that now?
Yes, and I really want to continue his legacy, make him proud. Kasi until his last days that he lived, he was still helping the Filipino children.
Wow, talaga? And to think, banyaga siya.
Exactly, diba? Imagine one person can make such a difference to the Filipinos' lives.
Hindi na dumanas ng hirap si Gwen dahil sa pagsisikap ng kanyang ina na mabigyan siya ng mas magandang buhay.
Kumusta naman ang kabataan mo sa France?
Super iba yung culture sa France compared sa Philippines. But of course, if you compare the both, I think Philippines is more family-orientated. I really fell in love with the Filipinos' generosity. And that's why I moved here at the age of 18, because I really felt like it was my destiny. And I really love my Filipino side. And because of my mother, she really showed me the passion, the creativity, and the talented Filipinos. That's why I'm really excited to show that on the international stage. So Father Pierre Tritz, he was my inspiration, my role model. And actually in France and in England, I had 4 jobs alongside my studies. And what I did was to give it back to my mother. Kasi yun yung ginawa niya growing up. She would send back to Erda kahit nasa abroad siya. So even though she wasn't in the Philippines, she really wanted to give back to the community because Father Pierre Tritz really touched her heart.
Kaya naman ang pagtulong sa mga batang hindi makapag-aral ang kanyang naging Beauty with a Purpose project. Walk the talk, sabi nga ni Gwen, kaya naman nagpupursigi siya ngayon na makatapos at makakuha ng economics degree sa London. Una din si Gwen sa listahan ng mga kandidata ngayong taon na may alam ng 3 o higit pang musical instruments.
So the first instrument that I learned was piano at the age of 9, and then I learned guitar, self-taught, and the violin.
So you're really musical.
I love music, it's my passion. It's really a way for me to express my emotions.
Really? And self-taught?
Yes, for guitar, yes.
Ang galing naman. And so, meron tayong isang Pranses dito sa ating studio. Paanong sabihin sa French ang handa na ba kayo?
Vous êtes prêts?
What? What?
Vous
Vous?
êtes,
Det?
zet,
Det?
with a Z, like a
Des? Z?
prêt.
Okay, whatever. Kumusta ka?
This one's easier. You can say ça va?
Oh, ça va?
Yes.
And the answer is also ça va.
Oui, ça va bien.
Okay. I am living the best life.
Je vis ma meilleure vie.
Je vis ma meilleure vie.
Yes, perfect.
Perfect! Yay! Okay. I love you forever.
Je t'aime pour l'éternité.
Oh,
That's
je
a hard
t'aime
one.
pour l'éternité.
Yes, perfect. Oh, you're very
Yes.
good.
Ako ang mananalo na Miss World 2022.
C'est moi qui va gagner Miss World 2022.
Okay, whatever. Agree kami sa'yo dyan. Yay! Ang susunod na Miss World will be from the Philippines.
Negros, Occidental!
Aminado si Gwen na mailap ang pangalawang Blue Crown para sa Pilipinas. Pero gagawin niya ang lahat para maipanalo niya ang laban.
So what do you think will it take to win the Miss World talaga, yung koronang Miss World?
I think it takes so much responsibility, so much work, because you represent the whole world and you'll be the voice to the voiceless. And of course, Julia Morley, I researched a lot about her and I know that she has done so much for the community, especially with education, mental health, and that is a legacy that I need to continue, and that's a lot of work.
The Pampakit, 3 products all in one. You save 95 pesos pag bumili kayo ng kit na, kasi nabibili naman ito ng tingi-tingi. Yan ang iyong beauty routine.
Chance to make history, and she does. The Philippines through to the semi-finals, and with it,
Ibang bulabog naman ang dala ng Philippine women's football team dahil sa kanilang excellent performance sa 2022 AFC Women's Asian Cup. Sa quarterfinal round, tinalo ng Pilipinas ang Chinese Taipei at nasungkit nila ang pwesto para lumaban sa 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup, the first ever in the country. Sa matagal na panahon, ang larong football ay unang sumikat bilang larong panlalaki. At ngayon, first time ding nagpakilala ang ating mga babaeng atleta. Sa husay at galing nila sa larong ito, pandaigdigan. Ang Philippine Women's Football Team, tinawag din ng Filipinas ng mga fans, ay matagal nang sumasali sa mga kompetisyon. Ang Pilipinas hirap makipaglaban sa mga nakaraang mga tournament. Nakasungkit ng bronze medal sa 1985 Southeast Asian Games as one of the few shining moments ng team. Sa 31st SEA Games naman itong 2022, napagwagian din nila ang historic bronze medal. Pero bakit first time nangyari sa kasaysayan ang Philippine Women's Football Team na makapasok sa kompetisyon sa FIFA World Cup?
Well, everything had to come together for this. You know, it's been a lot of work behind the scenes for the federation and also the players. No? You know, it takes a village to put this thing together. Whatever we saw in India, where the girls won and celebrated and they clinched the World Cup for the first time. A product talaga siya ng hard work and sacrifice ng lahat. Football, it's still a developing sport here. It's even more difficult to succeed in football here in the Philippines, considering that the lack of infrastructure and yung hindi pa siya ganun ka-established like basketball. But you have to give credit to the girls because they have to want it. They have to be committed and be disciplined and sacrifice a lot para magkaroon ng opportunity na to and make it to the World Cup.
Bilang kababaihang atleta, ang kanilang inspirasyon ay si Heidelin Diaz, weightlifter, the first Filipino to ever win an Olympic gold medal, kaya lalo silang nagsisikap magtagumpay bilang mga babae din. Kilalanin natin ang ilan sa mga miyembro ng squad.
Hi, ako si Ina Palacios, 28, galing Parañaque. Nag-aaral ako sa DLSU Manila at ako ay isang miyembro ng Philippine Women's National Team ng 11 years na.
Hi, ako po si Alicia Del Campo, 22 years old, mula po sa San Juan City. Ako po ay miyembro ng Philippine Women's National Teams since 17 years old and nag-aaral at naglalaro din po ako para sa De La Salle University, Manila.
Hi, I'm Haley Long. I am a defender for the Filipinas and I've been playing since 2016.
Wow, how does it feel, mga champions? You're going to
The World Cup.
Cup! Yay!
Kailangan malagpasan namin halos lahat ng mga struggles para makaabot dito sa punto na to sa women's football. We were ranked before more than 100 and then unti-unti kaming nagde-develop, nag-i-improve.
Everybody's heard of women's volleyball, right? Okay. But football, Shai, parang ngayon ko lang narinig yan. Ano yung women's liberation ba yan? Paano nangyari?
Matagal na po talagang naglalaro ang women's football. Kaso po, yung mga competition po na sinasalian po namin parang only once a year or twice a year. But now, yung support po na nakukuha namin, tinatry namin i-put to work yung to have more games. Like, for now, we're having more than 4 games in a camp or 4 games in a whole month, ganun. So parang more games meaning more exposure, more competition.
Practice.
Yes, more practice.
Excited ka ba?
Yeah.
Zen ka lang.
Yeah, we're really excited. We're trying to stay focused as much as we can because a lot of the teams in the Southeast Asian, like the AFF right now, were in the Asian Cup in India. They were in SEA Games just recently in Vietnam, and then we're playing a month and a half later in the AFF Championship. So it's really good consistency and exposure for Southeast Asia.
Why is this such an important tournament, the one happening in Laguna in July?
They're all really good stepping stones for us to improve overall for women's football here in the Philippines, and to put Philippines on the map in Southeast Asia because we put ourselves on the map for Asia in India in the Asian Cup and now the World Cup. So it's really important for us to solidify our footing in Southeast Asia.
Ano ang pinakamahirap na part ng training?
Pinakamahirap na part ng training, for me, yung time mo para sa sarili mo, yun lang yung moment na matutulog ka na, yung ganon. So medyo draining in that sense, pero we all like each other. We create a whole big family.
What's the game plan?
It's a big ask. Of course, we will do our best for the AFF tournament this July, and we really want to make sure that we as a team come together and then really, show them that we deserve that spot in the World Cup. Na hindi siya chamba, na hindi lang a one-time thing, lucky sa draw. Na talagang pinaghirapan namin yun at we're here to stay for a long time. So we're here to stay on top for a long time. So that's part of the plan, and that's the plan that we will continue on working on. And yun.
Good luck, guys. Thank you.
Gwendolyn Porñol!
Maraming beses nang napatunayan sa anumang larangan. Namamayagpag ang galing ng Pinoy sa buong mundo para sa Philippine Women's Football National Team na first time makikipaglaban sa FIFA World Cup. At sa pambato natin sa Miss World Gwendolyn Porñol, saludo kami sa inyo. Sa lahat ng inyong pinagdaanan sa buhay, walang hindi nyo kakayanin para sa inyong pamilya, para sa karangalan ng Pilipinas.
The current superstar of our line is none other than our soap. Glupako, glutathione, papaya, and kojic in one beauty bar. It is the only one in the market na tatlo ang kulay. Ang hirap gawin pero sabi ko, bakit ako kailangan mamili? between papaya, glutathione, and kojic. Nakakalito yung mga makikita mo sa eskaparate, di ba? So, dito ka na all in one. All 3 actives for whitening, moisturizing, and anti-aging in one soap. And this is another superstar. Ginawa naming mas maliit kasi hindi ba yung iba nagtitipid. So, ito, 2 ang laman. 2 ang laman para hindi nga naman mabilis matunaw. This one is your best bet for overall whitening and moisturizing. Glupaco soap.